As believers, one thing we are supposed to know, one thing we have to come to terms with is that the God we serve is a practical God. The God we serve prefers a practical first approach when it comes to teaching anybody. When it comes to training anybody, the God we serve is a practical first God. Now we find ourselves in a world which promotes the theory first approach. And that's where a lot of the problem is. We saw Jesus Christ when he came here on earth. His father was a carpenter. If you want to learn carpentry, it's a hands-on thing. It's a practical first thing. That's the only way you're going to learn it. We saw how Jesus Christ trained his people, his followers, his apostles. Practical first approach. He performed the healing in their presence, and then they went around trying to do the same. He cast out devils in their presence. They tried it on some people, it worked, but they tried it on a different person and nothing was happening. He came to the scene and he told them, this one does not go without fasting and prayer. So with that we know that the apostles were trying whatever they've seen Jesus do. He's a practical God. Now, understand this. When it comes to the human being, one of the fastest way of training the human being and training the human brain is through pain. Yeah, a lot of us see pain as this very bad, dark thing. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants to be part of it and all that. But one of the fastest ways to train anybody is pain. I mean, ever since you grew up as a kid and realized that the very moment you play with electricity, you are going to get a shock. The very moment you discover that secret, I'm telling you, for a very long time, you have not dared try to play with the mains, because you have already experienced what comes as a result of playing with the mains, even as a child. There are certain things that you have to learn, and the way and the nature of it, watch part 2.